don't like that overlay. Overlay is not fun, but we will power through nonetheless. We are live. What do we got first? We got the seahorse, we got the zebras. Copy the link. Say the word Beetlejuice 3 times because it is showtime. Alright, we got our spectate game. I gotta figure something out. Hold on. Settings. Game overlay. I don't love that, but hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going well.
Master Skywalker, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Doing all right. Just fixing something with this while we're waiting for people to tune in, and then we're gonna be good.
Sweet. Yeah, that game against the Frost Giants is absolutely crazy.
Well, what? Sorry, I'm adjusting volume.
The game against the Frost Giants is absolutely crazy.
Yep.
Like, didn't they win the
Super Casual Bowl?
SCFSL Bowl?
Yes, they did. They're
Yeah.
Super Casual defending champions. All right. Microphone. Can I move you? Can I just hide you? Everyone's. Let's hide that. There we go. I figured it out. Hooray. All right. Today we've got Dev League. We start off with the Seahorse at the Zebras with their new logo. First time using it. I'm excited. As someone who grew up playing Pokemon, I love it. It looks like a Kingdra. Seadra, not Kingdra. My bad. Some Pokemon nerd is going to come after me. Rightfully so.
I don't know much about Pokemon. I know a little bit. Not much, though.
Our expert picks have the Zebras as the underdogs in this game.
That is true.
Who do you got winning?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't really know either of these teams that well, but from right now, I would have to say Seahorses just due to that pick. But a little bit into the game, I will make my, more,
More nuanced decision.
Yes. I think I've seen the Seahorses play. I don't believe I've seen the Zebras play yet, this season. So
they've both been really good. This is currently, if the season were to end today, I predict them as the favorites to be playing in the championship. Then again, Dev League is wild. Dev League is crazy. Who knows how it looks in 2 weeks?
Exactly. Dev League is all over the place.
Love it. I love the chaos of Dev League. It is probably my favorite.
Chaos is definitely amazing. where we've got the Zebras kicking off to the Seahorses.
Yep.
Start this game away.
Real games got moved to wide receiver one. One of the things I'm trying to do is just rotate out our actives, keep them all engaged in different positions, so you will see people in different spots in different games. It'll be fun.
Are you the GM of one of these teams?
I'm the GM of none of these teams, but because I'm the Dev League Simmer, the way that we have it set up is our Dev League GMs are not responsible for roster. Obviously, if they have suggestions, happy to take them, happy to put them in. But the goal of
Okay.
Dev League is not about the wins, it's not about the losses, it's about getting players to play time. And down he goes. It's hit hard with his first sack of the day. So
Isn't Hit
Dave and I
Hard also a
really
pro
balanced
player?
rosters. What was the question?
Isn't Hit Hard also a pro player? I feel like I
No.
saw him play in one of the pro games yesterday.
Nope.
Or the other day.
Nope, we probably just talked him up. In Real Games Junior with that reception for 26 yards.
That was a big reception.
Yeah. Dash Jackson is gonna dash. 4-8.
Getting close to the first down.
Absolutely.
I think he got 9. I'm gonna
Yeah, he did. I'm bad at
go
guessing.
out on a limb and say that.
I am awful at guessing because
And
Jackson
ooh,
hurdled for a first.
hurdled the man to get a couple extra yards after picking up the first.
Dash Jackson with a response.
He needs to do.
That's what I do best.
Yeah, he needs to do one of those reverse hurdles like Saquon Barkley did.
Yep. And Joao
Ooh.
is going to be huge sack there from Uder Follenstading.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. But yeah, big.
Adrian, short gain there, and after a great start by the running game, it is now 3rd and 22. Joao is 2 for 2, but those 2 sacks have been killer.
And if they manage to pick this up, it will be a miracle. 22 and they go with the run.
They do, and it's 4th and 18. Not enough for the new kicker, Ikea Blahaj. Or Blahai, I believe is actually it's pronounced. But I always pronounce that J. And it is a punt for negative yards.
It was shanked. Wow, that thing did not go.
Hannah, you need to update. Friendly reminder. A bad punt from Hannah. And Cowgill with a huge run there for 10. By the way, we need to talk about both these running backs. Dash Jackson and John Cowgill have been absolutely dominant in the run game for both their teams. Empty set for Halldorf. Halldorf's going to throw, and Patrick Bateman is going to easily pick off that route. And so after 2 plays, the Seahorse offense comes back out.
They got the ball back and see if they can make a drive out of it.
Joao finds Breeze.
Short pass for a gain of a few yards, 3 to be exact. Yeah, both of the running backs, at least as far as I've seen, are both quite good running backs.
Absolutely, and I think there's a competition to see who will have more yards at the end of this between the two of them. Joao again sacked, and it's hit hard. Who but? As he hits hard for his second sack of the day.
Giving the Zebras a total of 3 sacks so far.
And this
time,
will Lahai is able to get their foot placed well, and Wallenstading's going to take it to the 50. Great punt.
Broke a tackle there.
Ikea, but not enough, and so the Zebras have a great field position to start again. Cowgill gets 9, 7. One of those two.
Yeah. It's the same thing anyway, right?
When
9
you have
and
these
7.
2 running backs and they're averaging over 5 yards a carry, absolutely. And Senor Banana is going to get them down into the red zone.
Great catch, broke a tackle, and then ran it all the way to the 15.
Cowgill's going to get nowhere.
Maybe a yard. Was able to reach in front to get about 1 yard. Cowgill again. He literally just did a flip on that one.
Yeah, you gotta fight for those yards, flipping all. They're gonna give it to Cowgill. Cowgill this time through
That's
to
the
the
first down
outside.
and the touchdown.
They kept running the rock, and eventually it worked. And the Zebras
With the first 7 points of the game.
draw first blood.
First blood. Like in the laser tag matches.
Absolutely. Real games going to kick return this.
Gets him to about the 15. After running into 5 guys. Dash Jackson gets nowhere. Give it to Dash Jackson again, and he picks up close to 5 yards there. Or 3.
And Zebras burn their first time out as 3rd and Axis comes out. They're going to give it to Jackson, and Jackson with nowhere to go in the 2-minute warning.
4th and 5 from their own 15. They will punt it away. Welcome, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Hello.
How's
I
it going?
just
Punt
got
goes to-
set up, so that's why I hadn't said anything.
I figured.
You're good.
How goes it? I just finished making some shrimp scampi.
Nice. Shrimp scampi
We're
sounds
currently
good.
tied up 7-0 with the Zebras in the
Oh.
lead.
Yeah, I have it quite often because I love it.
Holdorf going to keep it and get 3.
Approximately. I want to call it 4.
Blitz coming. Holdorf throws it to Cowgill.
Hits it off. Cowgill with a reception for the first down.
Good heads-up play there from Holdorf.
For sure, for sure. Being able to get the ball out before he got hit.
Nearly, I don't know who
Oh,
that
wow.
was to.
That one was almost... That one was...
Green Army, to answer your question, you got a pick earlier. Holdorf throwing
Back to Pat.
to, I think,
Or-
Zebras players, but it looked like there was nothing but Seahorse.
Who just faded into the wall of the stands. Back to pass.
And
Throws over
another
and-
Bateman pick.
Yeah. Bateman twice so far. Got 2
Holdorf
picks.
is not doing anything to help his team win. Of course, I should mention, Zebras have been doing very well on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they have. Forcing 2 punts so far.
And Ladrian with a huge catch.
Looks like his defender tripped and fell or something.
He
Caught
went
the
for
ball
the
and
pick and missed, and so as a result, the animation
Oh, yeah.
looks like they pick and fall.
That
And
makes sense.
nearly picked, but Ladrian is
Almost.
going to
Nearly.
do it again.
Got in
Wow.
there to save his
Yeah,
quarterback.
literally
That
bailed
was
them
literally
out there easily.
offensive interception right there. They're going for the
Joao
pass.
throwing deep
Got a man
and
deep,
has
and he got
Ladrian.
him for a touchdown.
Touchdown.
What a play.
Ladrian.
Let's go.
Breeze Ladrian, who has been huge so far this drive.
Yo, Ladrian. Sorry.
Lahai is going to get it. Breeze Ladrian, for those who are curious, is actually a character from the Brandon Sanderson series, Mistborn.
No idea what that's.
Mistborn? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Huh.
Great series, by the way. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
I'd recommend the Clone Wars.
Aldorf has time. Find
You don't say.
Satoshi,
Bro,
who's been quiet all game.
what did you say, Dave?
I said you don't say.
I do actually. I just did. No.
Aldorf
Yeah.
goes down. Ford with their first sack of the day. It's that cartoon in your times. It is. It is. Done by the great Jendi Todorowsky. Let's start second
Welcome
half.
to Toyota Halftime Show. And that was the Toyota Halftime Show. Seahorses will kick to the Zebras to start out the second half.
Aldorf has not been looking his usual self today. Let's see if he can bounce back in the second half. He gives it to Cowgill.
Gets a couple yards.
Gets 5.
Want to say 5. I'm right.
Honestly, if I were the Zebras, I'd just keep giving it to Cowgill.
Oh, yes. Great running back.
And
And
instead,
if you're able-
You
Aldorf
could do
doesn't
that
like what he
instead.
sees, does a full spin, and throws it away. Axis is
360
weird
no scope.
sometimes.
Yay! He was just pulling a 360 no scope, you know.
And they're going
Had
to
to
do
get
And they
my
give it to the
strategy.
fullback, Cowgill.
Feed it to Cowgill.
Just give him the rock and he'll run with it. Picks up another first down. Passing.
Oof.
Oh,
That should have been caught.
definitely.
Aldorf
They're gonna
doesn't like
pass
what
it
he's going to
again.
see. He's going to run
Holding
and is met by the spot.
Gets maybe 1 yard. 2.
3rd and 8. Play action is blown up
And
as McFumbles is going to get him this time.
two sacks for the Seahorses so far, and that forces a punt. Bateman is going to bring it back.
Dash Jackson is going to do what else but dash.
5, 4.
My weak knees.
4 yards.
Jackson on the outside should have the first.
No, they give it to him.
He got it. They give him forward progress on that one. He got
Those
across
are
the
my
line.
shrimp shells. Those are mine.
No, they're your
They're not
dogs,
for you.
actually.
Not for you.
Dash Jackson
Mm, go-
4.1 yards per carry this game.
If I do recall earlier, Dave, you said you were making shrimp tails for your dog. So that's what she said.
Real games with the second reception of the day. Third reception.
He does seem upset. Now he's rolling around. Oh,
Bast's here to cheer
Okay.
on the Zebras. Joao has all the time in the world, and a sea of Zebras are swarming on whoever was wide receiver there.
I thought you said dash, and I was like, huh?
Yeah, don't you know the flea flickers become a play?
No, I thought you said dash is here to cheer on the Zebras.
No, Vast.
Yeah.
Dash has been
Yeah.
here the entire time, but he's cheering on the seahorse.
Yes.
Well,
yes, that's why
he's
I was
actually-
confused.
Believe it or not, he's playing for the Seahorses.
What do you believe? And Dash Jackson with a huge run there to give them a
He's
first down.
playing
at the
as
30.
the Seahorses. He is.
That is
the
probably
Seahorse.
a better description.
No. Phantom has been doing well.
Phantom's
Gets
doing
about
great.
two.
Adrian
One or two.
connection.
And let's get
Dash
some
is the
force
Seahorse
in
threat.
chat as it is a 7-all game.
2nd and 8. Seahorse is in good position to score here if they can just, actually punch it in. Just keep giving it to Dash, man. There you go. Oh, does
Hit
not
hard.
get anywhere on that one.
And so now we're going to see if sub Dash Jackson is as good as main Dash Jackson. The answer is no. I love this, though. It always happens. Like, they give it to sub, and sub actually does all right. But then they're going to bring in main Dash Jackson again. That one down probably gave him the tire he needs. So IKEA is going to try and give them the lead. Hannah has not updated. Is it up? It's good.
Wow. What?
Good.
What? What?
Hannah has not updated.
Yeah, I know. I know. That's why I'm laughing.
They did a punt.
What in the world is going on?
They did a punt earlier that went for negative yards.
It was hilarious.
The Make-A-Wish kid got a $50,000 prize. I love that. That's what makes the
Wait,
Dev League
what?
fun, is there are no stakes. Cowgill. Not to the playoffs, anyway.
Either start off their drive. Let's see if they can answer.
Aldorf
I believe they
has time. Throw into Cowgill. Cowgill's got it.
gets the first down, and then a little bit. A few brownie yards there.
Aldorf under pressure, and down he goes.
It's taken, and that will bring up a big second down.
The future Vipers defensive lineman. Cowgill is blocked. And it's 3rd and 20. 2 minutes 50 to go. Elite blocking. Absolutely. I think that was actually the DL doing the work there. And Satoshi, do they have the first? No, it's 4th and 1. All right. 4th and 1. They're obviously staying on the field. They're going with an empty set. I would honestly give it to Cowgill here. But we'll see what happens. They're sending in everyone. And Haldorf can't connect. And it's going to be a turnover on downs. He read the blitz. He read it right. But the offensive player there, the pass catcher, just couldn't make it work. Joao is going to keep them alive, though, as Horace Pickington, he might be going all the way. He is!
Oh my God.
What?
Dude, I go away for 1 minute, and this is what I come back to.
What a wild turnaround. And Gino's kick is up and good.
So what happened?
So, huge play to Satoshi. Satoshi's 1 yard short. So 4th and 1, they go for it. Seahorse sends 6 players on a blitz. Holdorf rightly picks up the blitz, throws it to, I think, the fullback. Not really sure. Someone missed a route somewhere, and so it goes incomplete. Turnover on downs. Zebras have a chance to seal this thing. All they have to do is give the ball to Jackson and burn out the clock. The Axis AI says it's before the 2 minute warning, so we're going to play this thing like we always do. And throws a pick 6 to Horace Pickington. Wide open.
Oh, wide open, Ladrian.
And they're going to answer with a big throw.
Huge
And
play there.
if they're able to punch this in, that might lock it up.
They got to punch
Just
it,
crazy
though.
because the Zebras just got their keep alive in gaming, and that's
Oh no!
intercepted.
Oh no!
With an amazing jump ball catch.
Crazy interception there.
And now they're just going to give it to Cowgill, and I think the Zebras... No, it's a play action!
And he gets sacked.
Bateman is going to get the sack.
I need to.
Green
That's
Army
what I was
needs
laughing
to
at,
stop.
Green Army.
And Holdorf with a great sidearm there, but just can't quite connect. Something is off with those wide receivers. What am I watching? You
Who
are
was that?
watching Axis football at its finest. Nearly picked
Yeah.
there.
Oh my goodness, that guy should have actually come up and gotten that pick.
And instead, the Seahorse are going to have yet another chance to respond, as Akechi is going to punt this. This is going to be the wildest 2 minutes and 30 seconds of your life.
That could have been Kenny Powers at tight end, or at wide receiver 5. Sorry. That's the I like you said, I have to put him somewhere, so
Yeah.
I just put him on 5.
Dash Jackson gets 3.
Almost got it there.
And Seahorse are going to burn their second time out. Hey, you got 4.
One remaining.
Minute 4, pitch to Jackson again. Jackson to the outside, first down and final timeout. Which is fine. I actually like using timeouts here. Normally I would hate it, but since they're down by 4, a field goal is not going to change this.
Exactly. So you can't
Quick pass to Ladrian. Ladrian gets 6.
It's a couple yards.
They're playing it smart, though. They're not going for broke yet, giving the Zebras a chance to respond. They're keeping it short and contained. Pitch outside to Jackson. Jackson just shy of first.
I don't love that.
I don't love it, but now you got to go for broke.
Yeah.
You gotta get this first down.
Sack here.
Huge
pickup by
Kubut.
Hard.
Spike it and go for all or nothing.
And they're going for all.
No, they're not going to spike it.
And that'll do it. Turnover on downs. The Zebras managed to come alive on defense when they needed it most. Pull 2 picks out of the air and end this game 14-10.
Oh yeah, Dave. They couldn't spike it because it was.
Fourth down. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. You got the standings. I'll do the announcements. Unless you're already there.
Where do I see the standings again? Because
season 9 standings has both Dev and Pros.
I just gotta dig through 5 billion.
Zebras had an extra player called Axis on the field. I called for a reason. You know, that might be the most valid argument I've heard.
That's a very valid argument.
Liddit's Twisters versus now. All right.
Standings.
Our expert picks have Washington as the heavy favorites.
Washington who?
Eagles. The Eagles.
Oh, forget that I played for them. Washington versus Mumbai. Mumbai was like our biggest rival.
The Eagles.
Yeah, I know. I kind of just forgot because I moved on to such a good team.
All right. Is Thunder new? Sloth is here.
Yeah, Thunder's Rain.
Oh, nice. Is this his first game?
Grimes. Yeah, second.
Nice. Love it.
Noise. So what is that?
He must have heard that I was bringing the aliens back.
I mean, isn't that how most people came back? Roswell returns, and they're just like, sign me up.
Actually, Infidel joined right after I said something to them about. I was like, hey, I'm bringing the team back, so expect people to be in here.
The problem is, he has to play for the Vipers.
Why?
He's way bigger on Roswell.
So his player's name is Limu Emu, and the tight end on the Vipers is Doug. It is too good of an opportunity.
He has to play for the Vipers, or if he ends up playing for Roswell, Roswell has to take Doug.
Roswell has to trade
That's-
for Doug. Dan
Yes,
prepared to give up
Roswell has
everything.
You cannot keep
I
those.
couldn't. I literally could not do that to. I could not do that to him. Doug is awesome.
I know. Doug is amazing. Nelly Selly with the TFL and it's 3rd and 11. But it's just the combo we
remove
all
Doug.
want to see.
They have
I
to be
know.
on the
That's
same team.
fair. That is fair.
If
I
not,
thought
I'm
you were
going to
actually
literally
going
just
for.
sabotage every Pro Bowl.
I thought you were saying because of Infidel's history there.
No, no. Just has to do with the name. It's too
No,
good of an
not
opportunity. Goodbye, Green Army. Thank you for joining. And so Mumbai is going to have its chance. Fern getting blitzed
Play action
right
needs.
outside by Kuma.
Uma,
That was a big hit.
Wozy.
Rosie's coming in hard and fast. Love to see
Sorry, Sloth. You're only half of the linebackers now. You're not
Slaughter's
all
been
of them.
robbed. Luckily,
So Rob.
The best linebacker has been robbed.
Oh, and almost got sacked again.
Ooh.
Threw it, but just couldn't quite.
Couldn't quite get it.
Yeah, couldn't quite complete it. Yes, that's what I was trying to say.
Soon
don't
I
know
will be
why
on
we're-
the bench. Not a chance. Gonzalez.
Gets past the 50.
Huh?
He almost broke that second tackle and broke and
Well,
I
anyway,
mean, if he loses, he loses half every time. He'll never be on the bench completely.
yeah, that's true. He will always be at least one player, or half a player, or a quarter of a player.
wait, what?
Well, so right. So if you take half the distance from point
What?
A to point B, and you divide, and you basically say you're going to move half the distance. So if you're going to move from where you are sitting to halfway to the door every second, you will never reach the door.
Yeah, exactly.
Just as clean.
It took me a little bit to figure that one out.
Yeah. Phonics.
You
Although
technically-
finds Bing.
That was
Technically,
a
you eventually,
very good
like,
joke. I
you
like
eventually
that
would
plot.
like touch the door because eventually the distance would get so small that you couldn't fit inside that distance without actually like touching the door. So you wouldn't necessarily be at the door, but
Well, right.
Actually, you are right because there are like molecules, or I don't know if I'm saying that right, but you can't actually touch anything.
yeah, because atoms never touch, and atoms are what makes up everything. So to answer your question, officer, no, I'd not just punch that kid.
But one of the things I do love about how we have the depth stats set up. So Sloth, just so in case you're worried, you're not going to be hindered in your stats because of the addition of Wozy. We basically count the number of times your player appears on a depth chart to figure out stats. And the Eagles kicker Bob makes it, making this 3-0 Washington.
That reminds me, I gotta take screenshots.
Screenshots.
Yeah,
I
you
gotta
gotta
finish taking screenshots.
Screenshots of what?
Pasta, like he even had game on, but it didn't work.
I mean, I could just run them in the background offline. So we just have asets that. Well, no.
You'd have to make sure the score was comparable. No?
No. There are recent rules solely for this.
Oh, okay.
In the event the stats are not recorded. I literally built in that contingency. And great pass there.
If you want to do it that way, that's fine with me.
That was a crazy pass right there.
So we just got to keep the score, and the stats may not match with the score, but you run with it. You basically just have to assume the winner is the winner and the loser is the loser, and then you're good. Doesn't matter how you get there.
That's fair.
I mean, heck, Dave, you could do it. You don't even need me. So you don't need to
Right.
scream it.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Yeah.
Steps out of
You can
bounds.
do that.
3 yards.
Nicholas Small is going to chase him out of bounds. Quick play there to Jimmy.
Breaks a tackle and gets them to
Great
about the
play from the tight
35
end there.
yard.
I think that's what
Big
the
reception.
Zebras were trying to do all game, and the Tigers just did it.
Did it. Just
Oof. That was just a
thread the needle
miscommunication there.
between all of his guys.
Yeah.
I want to take a nap.
So looking forward to the route run stat in the next version. And Blaze!
And he shot him for a touchdown, giving Mumbai a
All
shocking
right.
over Washington.
And it's high winds,
And-
dude.
oh.
It's
No
no
good.
good.
Kickerbot, what are you doing?
He's being a kicker bot, I think is what.
Good.
Good bot.
He would say if he could talk, but he can't really.
Thunder's going to get 4, 5? 5.
5. Oh, I called it. And he gets the first down and then a little
Yes,
bit.
sir. Every time I watch the tabs, I'm just so happy with your uniforms you made here.
I'm proud of him.
They're
And
I
really
like
good.
the I like
picked there, no!
and
Sticky
oh!
hands!
not picked. That is crazy.
That is wild. The Tigers player was like, I got this, and then just sort of...
And then he was like, "No, I don't got this."
I think he saw the interception in his mind before he actually got there. And just completely spaced. You ever have those moments where you
In
dream
his
glory
mind-
3 seconds before the ball hits you straight in the face? That.
He had already picked it and scored it and was ready to celebrate, and
Yeah.
then the ball went over his head for a reception and a first down, I believe.
Gotta have that
Sticky hand.
discipline.
Able to find his footing and get up the field.
Huge play
Yeah, that-
Cloud Sticky Hands.
Oh, some of these throws are hilarious. They throw like through their head. That's my favorite one.
My favorite was earlier today, the spin around and throw it out of bounds by Halder.
He did a 360 no-scope out of bounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta love Axis. And the Eagles are knocking. Phonics, short pass to Bing. Bing fumbles!
Oh, he fumbles it.
God.
Darren
Smack
Lewis.
it.
Oh no.
Sloth is
Oh.
experiencing
Ending
everything.
Washington's dream score. Turning it back over to the Tigers.
Fern gives it to
And
Blaze. Blaze
they
is
got
just shy of
No.
first down, second in inches.
Not give it-
Oh,
Back
welcome
to-
to Axis, buddy.
And he gets sacked.
And who but Silverio? Junior
Anybody else on
Silverio's
the
first
defense?
sack of the day. Making this now 3rd and 8, a 7-yard loss. Actually 8, really, if we're talking about this.
Yeah, because it was practically on the line.
And Scurvy
And
Licious
Lucius
fighting for those
does-
yards.
He almost was able to break around the edge. I know it looks like this quarter's about to run up.
The quarter comes
that'll
to an
end.
end. The Tigers
Welcome
are
to
up
the
by
State Farm
6.
halftime show.
The 6-3, Tigers are up. Eagles have to be looking and going, man, if only we didn't fumble. We could have at least
They
tied
had,
this
dude.
up.
No,
Instead,
get out of
now,
there.
They were the FBI yelling "Open up" on that door, and then they just
Flashbang themselves.
exactly they dropped. Yeah, that's Yeah.
Basically, how I play every Call of Duty game myself. Scurvylicious with no game. Now they just how we drew it up. Now they will underestimate us in the second half. If the AI was that competent, Sloth, we'd be set. This boy is going to get a yard there.
Anakin, I just want to let you know I really appreciate your halftime shows.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially when someone like skips the halftime altogether. Like you don't even get it out by the time they skipped it.
Like I'm still welcoming everybody to the halftime show, and the game is
Yeah,
already happened.
yeah, yeah.
Like welcome
It
to the
makes it
that
so
was
much
Dave
better.
Love's halftime show. It's just, and sometimes I have like just enough time to get out a welcome, and that one
Stays up,
it's
running
off his
for his
back.
life.
Yep.
And Silverio's going to get him.
So he didn't get there. So
I
I guess he
mean,
dies, right?
yeah.
Because he was running
When
for
it
his life.
lines up perfectly where you get it all out and then it changes right away, like as soon as you're done talking,
Yeah.
that's a really good one too.
Play action and incomplete.
Also, all the sponsors, I'm making a lot of money from all them sponsors
Yeah.
on the halftime show.
Right.
Crazy. And
I
they
wonder
just
if
get
we
their
could
name.
sell that time. You think we could sell that time?
I mean, so real talk, Dave. We do get emails from the sponsorships.
For maybe
What?
like 30 cents every halftime.
Like, we actually do. Like, Raid has reached out to us, but we don't meet the conditions. And another fumble. This time, though, the Eagles keep it.
I mean, I remember telling you I did look into that, and
Yeah.
it's like we have to do a lot. Like we have to sell it.
Because selling 15 seconds, I mean,
No, like we would have to like
Play it, do all the things.
yeah, you have to
Yeah.
play the commercial and everything like that and talk
yeah,
about it.
you'd extend the halftime and actually play like a
all eight
jet-
people they get from us.
Oh,
Hey, man.
or
Like
whatever.
it's just not worth the work.
And it's fair.
Yeah.
There are
So
some
you just
other
have me
ones though. If
working
they do
for
reach
it
out, we
instead.
should look into. I don't think we should
Yeah,
ever
I
stop
did.
looking into them.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna look at them again because I did just start looking at them again.
Okay.
Just the other day, I checked some out just to see what they had. But it like up front, it looks great, and then once you start reading, it's like, okay, we got to do all this and all this and all this. Like, I'm not expecting to not have to do stuff. It's just, is that worth our effort
Yeah. No, for sure.
when we don't have a crazy viewership?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Although some of them you just get for doing regardless of viewer count.
Oh, okay. No one wants to work anymore.
Exactly.
Right, exactly.
Nobody wants to work.
And
That's
boy,
I
it's
built
going
this
to
league on that.
push forward. And let's get some fours in chat as we are in the fourth quarter of that 3-point game. Both these
As
games have been
usual,
stupid
I am
close.
in the Discord server chat. Why not? As the fourth quarter starts, the Eagles are deep in their own territory, down by 3.
Play action. Short pass to
Get passed
Thunderhawk.
off to Thunderhawk.
And yes, I know it's not how you pronounce his last name.
Isn't it like caulk? Like
Yes.
like the stuff you use to like seal up the whatever you want to call it,
Oh, that's
Yeah,
true.
basically.
except spelt differently.
Yeah.
Thundercalk.
Thunderhawk.
Except
There
there's
it
no
is.
L.
Huge
And
play
he
to
gets
the
a block.
outside.
Oh, huge play.
Gets a huge
I just
block
call him
there.
Chad.
Chat. I call him Thunder.
There you go.
6.2 yards per carry.
I try to pronounce most of the last names except for the ones that are impossible to.
Like Hooter.
Like there was another guy, I think it was in the Zebras Seahorses game.
Yeah.
It's like
Uder Fallenstaden.
Yeah, whatever that. Yep, that's exactly it.
And nearly picked, but swatted
Batted
instead.
down.
I'm not
Rope.
sure if you go for the swat there, but good heads-up play by the DB.
That's like my one friend. Like in basketball and football, he will never like grab the pass. He will just swat it.
Bing.
He will just swat it. Bang with a big reception.
The SWAT team.
I like
Good
that.
one.
It's the SWAT team.
Bing bong. Ding dang.
Bing bong. And Thunder with 9-10? 9.
9.5. I'm gonna say. Actually, it's 9 1/3.
Phonics under pressure. Thunder's just
Absolutely
sitting there.
wide open. No one with him.
And Mumba's going to burn their first time out before a 2-minute warning.
If the Eagles punch this
Good
in,
drive here. I think they
Just
should.
don't.
I think they should.
just don't fumble it on the goal line again.
All they have to do. And Bing.
With about
Nothing.
0.
I mean,
0.12 yards.
But Topo Phonics has over
Or
100 yards passing.
0.037 yards.
9 for 13. Make it
and they
quick.
tried
Clout.
again. Oh my god.
Clout loses
That's
his
the wrong way, buddy.
orientation.
That's the wrong way, bud.
Or just ran backwards and out of bounds, getting them 2 yards.
Clout just went the wrong way there. And it's 4th and 8. So Washington has
They're
a chance.
gonna go for it.
Time.
No?
Hell
Oh,
no, you
tie,
don't go
yeah.
for it here.
They're gonna go for the tie with 2 minutes
Oh
remaining.
no.
Oh,
Oh,
I
no.
would've. Well, I would have. Well, I definitely would have.
Come on, kicker bot.
Assuming
What is the kicker bot
I
doing?
have faith that my kicker and Fern avoids a sack.
Oh, that would have been huge for the Eagles if they had gotten that one. Instead, gets the first down.
Washington has all their timeouts, so I mean,
True,
They have
they
a
have 2 of them,
chance.
not all of them.
But God, they've got to be just. If I'm
They
Washington,
need to, like,
I'm talking
intercept-
to my friends and I'm going 70 TPE. I can get a good kicker tomorrow.
And
I'm
they
in
got a
enough
big
sim
sack.
leagues. I can find someone as small as going to get that sack.
2nd and 19 ing.
Deep bomb,
That is-
Volta.
Oh,
Volta,
yeah.
Hey.
Great catch.
yeah, that makes sense. Volta's a machine.
Reached up one-handed.
What a play! And Mumbai's going to kneel this out. Game is over 6-3. You gotta
Wow.
you gotta talk about this game if you're an Eagles fan. You go, we shouldn't have lost this. This is one of those games where you go, everything that could have gone wrong did. And the
They were
worst
in the red
possible
zone
times.
with
It wasn't
very
like
easy
just
scoring position twice.
yeah, it wasn't a bad game by any perspective of how they played. They got to the end zone, the red zone twice, and managed to come up empty both times.
Yeah.
We've seen this both games today where the losing team has basically been their own worst enemy.
Yes.
To the drawing board. Really, I mean,
Yeah. Gotta
They
look
should
at
have
your
had that one
playbook, your
at
play
least
calling, and
tied,
see what's
but-
going on.
They were also on like the goal line and fumbled it, which, I mean, you know, but they should have punched that.
that's like fumbles don't happen that often, and it's always at the worst time.
I know. Tell me about
Exactly.
it. Twisters could have been there last year. Could have been 4-time champions, but no. That's fumbling.
Did the Twisters have the
Hey, I have something on you now. Now you can't just say, "Hey, remember Dustin Nelson?" I can say,
Could have
"Well,
had a fun Dustin
remember
Nelson
ball
third
security?
time.
remember ball security?"
Yeah. Yeah. Scurvy Steve, the most fumbles. Who would have thought?
That's yeah.
You know, it's true. You do a saying on me. At the same time, you know what's... I can accept that we lost because, you see, the year before that, and the year before that, we won. How many championships you got? Yeah.
Yeah. Hey. If you saw
How
what
many-
I was working with, you'd be astounded.
I know. I am, but I'm
Hey,
just saying.
let's go back to
My team didn't spend cap for all their cap for the first 2, 3, 4 seasons.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. It has been a pleasure, and I will see you Friday. Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, and I'll be able to get my update in with like the 100 some I poured
Yes,
into
sir. I'm
speed.
gonna that. Thank you for saying that because I'm gonna pay everyone out right now.
Bam. All right. Bye.
Yep.
See ya.